Hola. Bien, ¿y tú? Bien, bien. That was last week, you know what I mean? There's more surprises, from time to time. Y'all can get something for me too. Y'all can ask me whatever. Y'all gonna ask me whatever anyway, so. I mean, it doesn't have to be about football all the time, but.
Well, then what's the response to your comic book then?
It's been very positive, very, 'cause I think a lot of people, family members deal with stroke more so I think that was a thing I had players reach out and say like, hey, my mom or my grandma or my whatever suffered through a stroke, things of that nature. So it's more like just connecting with people that had similar situations. So I think that's probably been the coolest part.
What was last weekend like with the 2013 guys around?
It was cool. I mean, for me, it was. I'm not gonna say unfortunate, but I feel like I couldn't really celebrate it because I was, trying to lock in and stay focused for the game, and so, it was cool to like be around those guys and see those guys again. But I didn't really feel like I could celebrate it like I probably would have if I wasn't playing. But it's a grateful position to be in. So
Was there anyone you hadn't seen in a while that was cool to?
I hadn't seen Red in a while. I haven't seen truck driver in a while. A lot of those guys I haven't seen in a while, unless they live out here in California, like me bangs in California. So I saw those guys. But yeah, there's a good group of guys I hadn't seen, even like coaches I hadn't seen in a while.
That was Clinton McDonald, truck driver. Was Clinton McDonald there?
Huh?
Clinton McDonald, was
Yeah.
he a truck driver?
No, I was a rookie. I just went with it. They would call him truck, so I called him truck.
When it comes to this week's game, Julian Love goes back and plays the team who drafted him. What has he brought to the defense?
Just another guy that makes plays. I know it's, I could definitely understand going back to your place where you've played. It can get a little emotional unless you hide it real well like I did. So it's going to be fun for him, but he's been, a good communicator for us, a good guy out there we could trust that can make plays, and so it's been good.
When you look at the stats, there's been a different guy who's led the team in tackles each of the first 3 weeks. What does that say to you?
I think it's just we got playmakers all across the board. I think we got guys that want to make plays, and I think last game they tried Spoon a lot, and so I think that's why he was in that position. But we got playmakers all over the field, and so as we gain more confidence with each other, as we gain more repetitions and reps with each other, I could just see that just happening all the time.
What will Jamal add going back to this defense?
Just another playmaker, energy. His energy on the field is so contagious. It builds and uplifts the whole team. And so whether he's playing or even like him being on the sideline was, created a lot of energy for us. So having him out there on the field, making plays. Obviously, he's a great blitzer, able to make plays in the pass game. So just another a playmaker that's going to help our team.
We hear a lot about like his energy and stuff. What does that look like and sound like on game days?
I don't know if I can say what it sounds like because there's some not so nice things to say, but it's just he fly around, he make plays, he knows how to get people going. He's talking trash, and he just makes the game fun.
It's been pointed out on Twitter elsewhere that you had a small voice role in the Ninja Turtle movie. Is that correct?
Oh, they did it?
It's
Yeah,
on,
I did.
you have an IMDb page and everything.
I did.
Yeah. How'd that come about?
Just people, they know I like Ninja Turtles, and then they reached out to my marketing guy, and they kind of set it up, and it was a voiceover, so I could do it, and I did it.
Whose voice did you do?
I did. It's just it's when they, it's like splinters in the street, and everybody's looking at him and calling him a rat, and I'm the voice in the background, saying he don't look like a rat, he's a cat or something like that.
When was this that you did this?
I did this in the summertime.
How long did something like that take?
It took me like 10 minutes. It really wasn't that. I mean, it was just one line, so it wasn't that much.
Would you rather act or would you rather sing when you get down? Which of those two?
I really would love to do voiceovers. I think that would be really, really cool to do voiceover for a really big movie. So maybe that's in my future. Who knows?
Why voiceovers?
I don't know. I just think you can be like a different character and you just add the voice to the character. Acting, I feel like there's so much more that goes into that. Facial expressions, things of that nature. But like, you just got to feel what the character is, that you're seeing, which I watch cartoons all the time. I watch different things all the time that I feel like it's just easier fit for me.
Where'd you do that?
I did it out here, Seattle.
Oh, okay. How many takes for that one line?
It only took like 2 takes because we just kept playing. Like we got the takes that we wanted, and then I just was playing around with it. And so they did one of the ones I was just playing around. They went with that one. So maybe like a couple takes.
Do you get royalties or something after the release of the movie?
I mean, I'll get some financial compensation for sure. You already know I'm good with the finances.
When it comes to Daniel Jones, he's been under pressure a lot this year. Part of that is offensive line injuries and changes across that front. But what have you seen being the key to making sure that he's off balance and contained as a dual threat?
I think the biggest thing is not allowing him to use his feet to make plays, and not just in the run game as well, just passing as well. So I think a couple of his big plays, he scrambles, and then, guys, because they respect his running ability so much, they leave coverages, and then he throw the ball over his head. But he also has the ability to sit in the pocket and make good throws. I think our job is to make sure he feels the pressure, make sure he try to get the ball out quick. But I feel like he's done a good job using his legs to make plays, and I don't see why they won't lean on that.
When you go back and watched it, what did you think of the game Jay Reed had on Sunday?
I mean, he had an amazing game. In the backfield, I think he had a sack and a half, a couple big hits on jailbreak screens. It's just amazing to watch him, come in as a rookie and then leave and then come back, and the maturity and the leadership and the understanding of the game. I think all of that is just playing a part, and it was a big part in that, him playing so well.
How do you feel about where the defense is in general? I mean, your run defense numbers are really good. There's been some passing yards, but maybe that's the result of, teams not being able to run it on you, or I guess how do you feel about that?
I think we're in a good space. I mean, I feel like one of the biggest things that, coming into this offseason and coming into this season period was being able to stop the run. I feel like we got that. Now there's other areas that we need to lock in and hone in. But, I think for us, the biggest thing was, making sure teams can't run the ball on us, because just from how we play this game, you can't have a team doing both. You got to take away something, and the run game is the game, the part of the field you want to take away the first. And so, we've been in a lot of situations where, we're up and, guys are just throwing the ball, and so some of those numbers are inflated. But, I feel as we get guys back and get guys healthy, it's just going to keep getting better and better.
You played a million of these games, but how much more is the energy, the excitement when it's the prime time, the Monday night type games in the middle of the season like this?
I think they're cool. I mean, I think, I've been around, Coach Carroll for a long time, and so he's really got into our minds that it's just a game, and I really believe that. It's just a game. It's just a lot more people watching. But, I mean, obviously growing up as a kid, you watch Monday Night Football, then it turns to like Sunday night and Thursday night. And, at the end of the day, it's just a game. It's going to be a fun game, a lot of people watching, and you just want to put your best foot forward.
You guys have the bye coming out of this. Are you annoyed by an early bye week? Do you like an early bye week? I guess what's your thoughts on it?
My opinion on a bye week is you always complain about it whenever you see it, whether it's too late or too early, and then it always ends up being the perfect time, whatever it is. So, we'll complain about it being early, but then it'll give guys some time that got hurt early to get back, or, give you an early rest or things of that nature. And so historically, I feel like whenever we've had a bye, it's always been the right time for that particular team that year. And so, I feel like it'll be the same.
How do you feel about the white-on-white uniform combo?
I like the white on white. I like white on white. I get to wear my black gloves and black cleats, since that's the closest thing to black I'll be getting so far. But I'm still pushing Nike, to get black jerseys. I know maybe the NFL is going to, make it a little bit leaner so we can just wear whatever colors we want. But I'm still all for black jerseys, and we sell well. We're Seattle, so.
You're an NBA fan. What you think of the Lillard trade?
I thought it was cool. I mean, he wanted to get out of there, so I think watching a guy like that, he was so loyal, and played his butt off, every single game. It's just unfortunate wasn't able to win a championship there, and it got to a point where he wanted to move on. And he's gonna play with a guy like Giannis, and I think it's gonna be really cool. They're still gonna lose to the Lakers, but good for the East. It'll be exciting until they play Lakers.
Which one of your teammates you think would make the best actor?
Actor? Dang, that's a good question. I would say DK because DK actually has a passion for it, and he kind of does it a little bit already. So I think he would be the one best equipped to kind of make that transition.
You did the commercial with the whole NFL script thing. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I thought that was great. I mean, that's, I think it was perfect. Like he stayed in his realm and he did what he was supposed to do, and I think he can do more. But I thought it was dope. It was a dope commercial. I told him that when I saw it. It was cool.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks.
you.